Alright, so we got Directeagleye here. Don't actually know what rank you're in, but we'll probably get a good idea as we go. Alright, so you're queuing. Yeah, okay, so you're solo queuing 2v2. One thing to note is that when you're solo queuing, you have no idea how good or bad your teammate's kickoff is. So I think when you're solo queuing, especially, but honestly, I do this like even when I'm queuing with someone, I'd never go for the boost in 2v2 because I think going for the corner boost is just putting you in a rough position. So I either cheat, well, I almost always cheat up, or maybe I'll stay in net sometimes when my teammate has like a really bad kickoff. But for the most part, I'll always cheat up because it gives you more ability to follow up or fake challenge or just at least threaten like pressure on the ball. Whereas if you go for the corner boost, like you're so clearly out of the game. I will say that if you're gonna go for the corner boost, this is what you should do. You should turn back towards net and play it safe. But I do think that going for the corner boost is like it's risky because if your teammate has a bad kickoff, you might just get scored on, and you might be in a 1v2 situation where you get scored on pretty easily. So I would recommend cheating up instead. All right, so this is a really aggressive challenge by you. Your teammate is recovering. You can see him on the side of your screen there, and if you gotten beat to that ball, that's a goal against you. So pretty risky. You definitely should be a little more careful when challenging the corner. I think that fake challenging is definitely something you should add to your gameplay. Okay, good patience here. Your teammate kind of cuts you off, but it's okay. Okay, he misses the ball. It's less okay. Good boom by you, though. Good stalling touch. I would steal their boost here and leave. Yeah, nice. Oh, your teammate whiffed. Oof, that was close. Alright, Smitty's looking very ball chasey, so that's something we should keep an eye out for. He's looking like whenever he has a chance to go for the ball, yep, he's going to go for it, even when it involves tackling his own teammate. So that's just something I keep in mind. So I'm going to, well, I really don't know what rank you are, but I'm going to guess this is like somewhere in Platinum, because it looks like players know what's going on. Oh, yeah, bad touch by you. Smitty's going for the ball constantly, right? Don't take him out of the game. You're hitting this roll past him, you know? Like, leave that ball because he's going to come in for it. He thinks you're done with it, he's going to go for it. So, yeah. But anyway, so I'm guessing this is around Plat. I'm seeing a lot of mistouches. They're just like complete whiffs on the ball. But also people generally seem to be knowing like where to go. Again, yeah, I'm not a big fan of this kickoff. And this time you did a more dangerous version where you grabbed the boost and you turned upfield. So this is dangerous. Yeah, I don't recommend this kind of kickoff. I think you probably conceded a lot of goals this way. And you might not notice how many goals you're conceding, but it definitely can add up pretty fast. On this challenge, you need to jump and flip into this ball, right? He's just dumping you here. If you just go straight at the ball, like you're not chipping this over him, he's already jumping. So he could have like just gotten this hit straight into the ceiling and into your net. So you definitely should be jumping and flipping into this ball. You need to make sure that you're getting like really solid challenges there. That one works out pretty well, but I don't think that was really deliberate. I think he definitely could have just straight up scored off that if he'd just gotten a better hitbox on it. Okay, you're over-aggressing here a bit. You have 0 boost, so this is kind of risky. I would just take the boost and leave. Yep, well done. The only problem there is that the play was kind of obvious. Like, he knew you weren't going for the ball. A little panicky by you. This is definitely a goal against you. And he misses. Okay. Smitty. Okay, so 2 things I've noticed about your teammate. 1, he ball chases constantly. And 2, he loves boost. And that's, you know, usually goes together with these kinds of players. So you need to keep that in mind, right? Okay. Yeah, okay, we're going to put that in a second. You really need to keep that in mind because you need to be looking at the playstyles of your teammates and adapt around them. So if he's going to ball chase, you need to play a little more passive. You need to sit back, let him ball chase, follow up on his hits, you know? If he's going to constantly be going for boost, you have to be really solid in defense. So don't trust him too much in defense. You have to rotate back, be behind him, be ready. So here, you had a good rotation here where you were picking up a lot of small pads, which is really good, and you were headed towards the back post, right? You should go back post here and turn around. But then you turn in, right? And now you're sitting right in front of Smitty. If Smitty had gone here, he's bumping you, you're both going flying, and you're out of the game, right? And you get scored on. But you got lucky here where the opponent didn't really do too much with the ball, and Smitty gets a decent touch. But this is definitely a goal against you, though. You need to aggress that ball. Smitty's jumping for some reason. Good control by you, though. You seem like the kind of player who plays 1v1s, I'm just guessing. You bring the ball down a lot and dribbling a lot. I don't actually know which region you're queuing from, but this feels more like a European. Well, your playstyle feels like more European to me because, I mean, historically, European players tend to play more of a ground game than an aerial-based game. Not that they don't play aerial-based games. I mean, some of the best aerial players in the world are European. Look at players like Astro and Ixo, but you know, generally in their like ranked games, at least the ranked games I've played, they have a lot of games that are more ground based. So here you should be focusing on your recovery, right? You're just kind of flopping about, trying to keep an eye on the ball, but then you recover slowly, and this definitely could have been a goal against you. Also, you need to learn a faster flip. So here, all you're doing is flipping forward without any boost. You should be boosting when you flip. So whether it's a front flip and you're boosting halfway through the front flip, or whether it's a side flip where you can boost kind of just the whole time, or there's like corner flips that are diagonal flips where you can also boost the whole time. But you should be learning a flip where you're boosting during the flip, because it's putting you in some tough positions. Also here, so if you're gonna be defending this like this, you need to go in the net, right? You sitting out here is leaving a lot of the net open, and he doesn't even have a particularly powerful shot. Like if he'd waited for the for that ball to bounce on the ground, he could have done a half volley and it would have like absolutely blasted into your net. So you should definitely be getting in the net, because you barely saved that and it wasn't even a good shot. So, but that wasn't because of your tactical skills or anything. That was purely because it's good 50. Oh, that's just, but that was purely just because you were in a bad position. You were in a tough position to defend from, and a lot of Rocket League comes down to just being in the right position. Mechanics come later, but like honestly, like you can hit Grand Champ without having insane mechanics. All right, so this is why I hate this kickoff, right? You go in, admittedly you have a horrendous kickoff, right? But your teammate goes for a boost and you get scored on instantly, right? If he stays in net, if he cheats up there, well, okay, if he cheats up, it might go over his head. If he has fast reaction time, it won't. But if he stays in net, not a goal. If he just collects a few boost pads around the net and just stays in net, no problem. But here, this is just, yeah, okay. Also, what went wrong with this kickoff, right? Let's see what went wrong. So this is looking pretty good. You're jumping up against him high on the ball. You're like relatively goal side. It's not the most goal side kickoff I've ever seen, but it's like fine. But then you're flipping away from the ball, right? You hit the ball directly into him. You beat him to the ball easily, but you're hitting the ball directly into him. So the trick with these kickoffs, right, is you need to decide which kind of kickoff you're going to go for. Either you're trying to push this ball to the right or to the left. If you're trying to push it to the right, you should be coming in kind of at a straight angle towards the ball and then flipping towards the right. If you're trying to push the ball left, which is what you're trying to do here, looks like, right? So if you're going to be doing this, you need to make sure that your momentum is carrying through the ball. Like you're turning into the ball here, so now you're goal side. So when you're goal side like this, you need to be going left to force the ball to your left. If you were coming at like less of a goal side angle, so if you were like basically just driving straight at the ball from here, then you flip right to keep your momentum going into the ball, because the way it is, you beat him to the ball, but you just pass it right to him and then he scores on you. So that's definitely a kickoff you can work on. I don't know if your play style looks like someone who plays 1v1s because you're controlling and dribbling the ball a lot, but I think you should really just learn a faster kickoff. So you need to learn a kickoff where you flip into the ball like as you're going. So like towards your during your approach towards the ball, you really need to be like flipping towards the ball. This is really good outplay by you, well done. But you need to be flipping towards the ball using boosts. Like again, that's like where you need to use that, like learn the flip where you're boosting while you're flipping. But like here, you should really be flipping towards the ball first and then landing and then flipping into it again. But that was a better kickoff by you. It was more central. Pretty cheeky by you. Alright, Smitty had a terrible touch here. Kind of a panic touch by you though. I mean, if you hadn't flipped into that ball, it actually would have been better, because you don't want the ball to bounce off the wall there. Bouncing off the wall is a pass to the other team. So instead, if you just like tap the ball off the wall, it won't bounce out as far and it's easier for you to follow up on and guard. I'm seeing a lot of very aggressive challenging by you. I think fake challenges is something you should learn how to do. So by fake challenge, I mean that you start driving towards the ball and make your opponents think you're going to challenge the ball, and then you just turn away from it and start shadowing. Shadow defense is, again, like also something you should learn if you don't already know how to do it. I don't think I've seen you do it this game, but there's a lot of great videos out there on shadow defense. Sunless Khan has a really good video on it, so I would definitely recommend checking out. Yeah, there's a lot of just like driving around in circles and not really doing anything with the ball. Partially because your teammate's ball chasing, speaking of. Alright, but you can see he's hitting that ball off the wall there, right? So that was a good reaction by you, but like, he's 100% just going to bang that ball off the wall, so you should be going center faster, because he's not really passing it to you on purpose, but he's basically passing it to you. Like, he's going to hit the ball right into you. Oh, Smitty. Alright, please tell me he had ball came off. Like, I want to just believe that he just didn't know. Oh my god, he looked away. Oh, I'm so tilted. Okay, so Smitty sees here that you get beat to the ball, and then he just leaves and he goes for boost. Where are you going? You're not in a 3v3 game, Smitty. Oh my god. Whew. Okay, I don't mean to be flaming your teammate, but he, I mean, you're solo queuing, so you probably don't care anyway. He is making some very bad decisions and putting you in some very, very rough positions, and then he just bumped you. Oh my. Yeah, I think, it's very much luck of the draw when it comes to teammates in solo queuing. There's ways you can play around your teammates, so like, the reason players can move through the ranks, I'm talking like a player who's not like mechanically gifted, but like can hit a high rank, and they're solo queuing. Is the reason they can do that is because they recognize the play styles of their opponents and also their teammates, and they learn how to play around them. So biggest thing here is like Smitty is being very inconsistent and he's chasing the ball a lot, so you have to let him. Like you're coming in close to him a lot and like kind of waiting to see if he's gonna miss the ball. You should sit a little further back, let him go for it. Oh, you're just passing it to the opponent here. Yeah, let him go for it and then follow up on his touches, right? So like yeah, but anyway, that's just like a big thing, is like learning the playstyles of your teammates and your opponents. But that's good play, good replay overall. I don't know why you guys forfeited in 1 second, but sure.